Hi everyone, it's Gail here. It is Thursday, live at 5. It's the Ignite show, and I'm actually on time for a change. I'm usually running really late. I usually say that it's going to be live at 5 and then end up going live at 5:30 or something like that. So let me just have a wee look and see, make sure that I am actually live over here. And I'll maybe see if I can invite a few people to join. It is Thursday. Well. Whoops. Get the sound off. Live at 5. It's the. Oh, there we go. Managed to do that now. Blasting everybody there with sound waves. So let's see who is around. Oh, Mandy's around. Let's see if Mandy wants to come and join. Tony. Let's see. A few people are on actually live just now. So I see somebody has just joined me live. Wonder who that might be. Invite a few more people here. Okay, that is me done. So if you are on watching me live right now, then let me know who you are, where you are, how you are, how is your day going today? How is it going? How is it going and where is it going? And so whoever was watching me has just dropped off again. So that happens from time to time. So today I am talking to nobody because nobody is watching me live. But today I thought I would talk about a little bit of continuing the theme of conscious action. So conscious choice and taking action, because I've been talking a lot about that over the past couple of weeks. And the other thing that I'm doing this week, so just a little bit of insight into what I'm up to in my life. So the other thing that I'm doing this week is I have just started what is it called? A 21-day program. So it's a 21-day program all about primal health. So what that means is it's all about going back to eating how we ate thousands of years ago, right? So before the introduction of modern farming techniques, before humans ate grain, essentially. And so ultimately what that means is I am changing my diet for 21 days for the moment. Now, it remains to be seen if I continue to do that, but at least for 21 days, and I'm fully committed to doing this for 21 days. So for 21 days, I'm going to be changing I have already done this, so I have changed my diet. I'm planning to continue it. So I'm on Thursday today. So I'm on day 4 actually. So I'm going to finish day 4, which is amazing. So I am eating meat and plants, and that's it. Meat and plants, no grains. So it's kind of like a low carb diet, but it's also moving away from any low fat products, right? So any low fat products and switching to full fat. So I have got blue milk in my fridge. So for anybody that's not in the UK, I don't know what milk looks like elsewhere. I think the same color coding kind of happens globally, but I'm on the blue milk, which I probably haven't drank. I'm not actually drinking it. I have it to make certain things. I would never drink a glass of milk, but I haven't seen blue top milk in a fridge anywhere that I have lived, I think since the 1980s, right? So I now, apart from maybe in my sister's fridge when my nieces were young, right? When they were little, they were maybe having blue top milk. But other than that, it's green top all the way, right? All green top milk. And so it's full fat. I've been eating cheese. I've been eating meat, full fat milk, full fat yogurt, because up until now I was eating the 0% fat, zero sugar yogurt, and that had worked for me for a little while. I started doing a diet like that about January 2019, and it did work for me for a while, but I'm starting to get bored with it and wasn't completely sticking to it. And anyway, it didn't work at all. And then add on lockdown, right? So add lockdown into the mix, and all of the weight essentially just went back on, as it does. plus extras, right? So I now have the lockdown load to contend with as well. So that's the new thing for me. So this week I am doing my primal health plan. It's going okay so far. I have to say I am hungry today. I was hungry on Monday. Past couple of days have been okay, but today I am hungry, and I'm thinking of maybe not actually eaten enough. So what is any of that, right? What has any of that got to do with taking conscious action, right? So the thing about it is, UK tourists will no longer need to quarantine after holidaying in Portugal, according to the BBC News. Just a little flash on my phone there. So what does this have to do with taking conscious action? So I've been talking about making conscious choices, taking conscious action, and how important that is. And so I thought I would use this example of my plan that I'm on, my 21-day plan, to illustrate about what's important about being conscious of your choices and being conscious of your action. Because I can choose, right? So this 21-day plan that I'm doing, it's not easy, right? So it's not easy deciding to give up carbs, right? Especially if you're me, right? Okay, it is not easy to do that. And there have definitely been some hunger pangs. There have definitely already, okay, we're only on day 4, but already there have been some hangry moments, right? So me being a little bit cranky because, especially on Monday. So Monday, I honestly felt like I was a junkie, like in carb withdrawal, like full withdrawal symptoms. I was just desperate. I don't normally eat bread, so I wasn't really craving bread, but I was desperate for just something that would satisfy my hunger. I just felt like no matter what I ate, even though I ate a lot, nothing that I ate was really satisfying my hunger. And I think it was just this carb fix that I was looking for. So what I've decided to do is not easy, right? Not easy. And in those moments, right, in those hangry moments, those grumpy, tetchy, cranky moments, right, when I'm just wanting to grab a bit of chocolate or something like that, it would be easy for me to just slip into default ways of being, right? And default ways of being in terms of, I wouldn't normally give up carbs. I would normally really like to eat carbs. And so giving up carbs, like normally for me, that would be, that would be a thing. Like that would be, well, that's not great. And I could choose to just be in a perspective of this is horrible, I'm hungry, I'm cranky, I'm a pain in the ass to be around right now. And whoever is in the vicinity, right? So whoever happens to be in my world right now is going to get it, right? So if you happen to be in the firing line of the crankiness, well then, that's what's going to happen. And I'm certainly not taking away, right? And I don't want this to be misconstrued. I'm certainly not taking away from the fact that I get the whole kind of hormone thing and what impact that has on women, because I'm also going through that as well, right? So yes, waiting for the little Amazon package of Menopace to be delivered through the door, because I have been without it for 2 days, which probably isn't helping either. So I'm certainly, I'm not kind of, I get the whole hormone thing, and I do believe that is a thing, but we can still be at conscious choice, right? And we can choose how we see things. We can choose our perspective. And the next bit of that is, not only can we choose our perspective, we can also then not just choose our perspective, but we can also then choose our action. And our actions are driven largely by our perspective, right? Because our perspective, so the way that we see things, the way that we see ourselves, the way that we see ourselves in the world, or the way that we look at the world, and the way that we see ourselves in it, that has a massive impact on the way that we feel, on our emotion, on just on the way that we feel. And the way that we feel, right, has an influence on the decisions that we're likely to make. And then the decisions that we make ultimately drive outcomes, right? So depending on what it is that we want to achieve, the decisions that we make have a big bearing on that. And so then being consciously aware and choosing a perspective that serves us is critically important. And from there, right, so choosing a perspective, but from there, then thinking about, right, so from this perspective, right, so if I can find a perspective that serves me well, if I can find a perspective that's going to energize me, what impact does that have on my decisions? How does that positively influence my decisions, right? And so, again, coming back to the primal health plan that I'm doing just now, I can choose to be in a grumpy, fed up, yucky perspective, right? And I can bring myself down and everybody else around me by doing that. And if I choose not to be self-aware, then that is likely what that's a likely outcome, okay? But if I'm self-aware and I'm choosing to be aware of how I'm feeling and the perspective that I'm in, then I can choose something else, right? And I can choose something that is going to serve me better. And when I do that and stand in that and own that, then everything's different. And it means that the action that I take is going to be different, right? And that's what's important. And so for me, the perspective, so I'm right now looking for positive perspective. So my perspective right now, even though I'm hungry and I am probably going to go and get a bit of cheese once I've finished this live, just to kind of tide me over until I make my chicken and vegetables a bit later on. My perspective is actually, do you know what? I'm taking control. I'm taking charge. I'm doing something about my lockdown load that I'm not happy with. I'm doing something about it, and that makes me feel good. Like that, I feel good about that. I feel like I'm taking charge. I'm in control. And even the weigh-in day isn't until Friday, because I always weigh myself on a Friday. I have had a cheeky little step on the scales. Okay, a cheeky little step on the scales. So I started easing into this over the weekend. Cheeky little step on the scales this morning suggests, right, because weigh-in day isn't until tomorrow, but suggests that progress is being made. Now, if you're a results-driven woman like me, right, that is really important, right? Because when we see results, it's like, right, wow, that makes you feel good as well. And then it has another knock-on effect. So it's like a double whammy. So you're choosing a perspective, you're seeing results, and then from there, you're thinking about what is the action that I'm going to take, right? And when I think about action, I'm thinking about how do I need to be and what do I need to do, right? But in deciding how I need to be and what I need to do from a perspective that serves me, so that when I'm energized, when I'm feeling good, when I'm positive, those actions, how I need to be and what I need to do, are going to be entirely different, right? They're going to be different. And so I might choose, right? I might choose to be happy, to be upbeat, to feel good, to be proud of myself, right? To give myself permission as well sometimes to notice that I'm having a little bit of a dip, but know that but to remind myself to be focused and to be thinking about what's the vision, what's the goal, where am I trying to get to, and to be keeping that in mind, right? That's how I'm going to be. I'm going to keep the overall goal in mind. And then what does that mean for what I'm going to do? So it means that I'm going to stick to the plan. Yeah, I know, right? I know I'm going to stick to the plan, definitely. Like no matter what, because I have made that commitment to myself. I've been public about it. I have somebody supporting me, so my husband's on board. I have the guy that's coaching me on this. He is supporting me. I had to chat with him yesterday, and I've got what I need. So I know what I need to do. So I'm going to stick to the plan. I'm going to eat the things that I'm supposed to eat. I'm going to say no to carbs, right? So I'm saying yes to all the good stuff I'm supposed to eat. I'm saying yes to all the fats, all the good fats that I have denied myself for years. I'm saying yes to them and eating them with vigor. I think I'm going to turn into an avocado at this point. But I'm saying yes to all of that. And I'm saying no to the carbs, but I'm saying yes to a plan that is good for me, that I think is going to work for me, and that is going to serve me well. And because I'm results oriented, when I get the results, it's going to make me feel great, and I'm going to have a sense of achievement, and that's fantastic. So when you apply that to your situation, so I know I'm talking about carbs, and it's nothing to do with leading in tech, but the principles are the same, right? The principles are the same, and even more important. So I'm just talking about my diet, but when you are leading, right? When you are leading from the front, when people are watching you, judging you, invested in you, relying on you as the leader, right? So important that we think about this stuff, that we think about what's our perspective? What perspective am I in right now? And how is that serving me? And what choices am I going to make in terms of how I want to be and what I'm going to do? And is that perspective serving me? Am I doing my people? Am I doing well by my people based on that? So incredible leaders, right? So I'm all about incredible leaders. Incredible leaders are self-aware. Incredible leaders are conscious of their emotion, of how they're feeling, of the perspective that they're in. And they will consciously manage that, right? So you hear a lot about self-management, right? So this is about self-managing, thinking about perspectives, being in a perspective that works for you, and then taking action, choosing action, being conscious of the actions that are going to serve you well from a how you want to be and what you want to do point of view, but taking conscious action based on being in the right perspectives to start with. So that's really, really important. So that's my message for you today is you want to be an incredible leader, right? You want to be an incredible leader, you need to be really aware and able to self-manage so that you can be conscious of how you're seeing things, conscious of what you're choosing, and conscious of the action that you're taking, so that you are taking action that is going to serve you, action that is going to move you forward, action that is going to take you in the direction of your goals. And you're going to be much better served choosing actions to take when you are in a perspective that serves you, when you're energized, when you're feeling good, when you're alive, when you light up. And so find a perspective that allows you to do that. And when you notice that you're in a perspective that is pulling you down and that your energy is down, and things feel a bit yucky when you're hangry, right? If you're doing a diet like me, when you're hangry, think about, okay, notice that. Notice what is my perspective right now? What is my perspective right now? Is it serving me? And if it isn't, choose to change it. Find a perspective that serves you better, right? And sometimes you might need to move. So you might need to get up and go for a walk. You might need to go somewhere else. You might need to go to your happy place, wherever that is, right? So sometimes for me, if I'm just not in a good place, sometimes I have to get up and go out for a walk and go to the beach, right? So there's a beach near our house. I know whenever I go to the beach, everything sorts itself out. I find solutions. I feel better. I come back with energy because I've moved. I've had fresh air. I've had taken a break. But the important thing is to be self-aware enough that you notice what perspective you're in, you know whether or not it's serving you, and you take deliberate and considered steps to move and to shift and to get into a different frame of mind. So that's it from me today. I know that there were 2 or 3 people watching. I didn't get any comments. I don't know if you are still here, if you are watching, who you are. I don't actually know who is watching me. So if you have been watching, thank you so much for doing that. If you're watching this on replay, #replay, let me know that you have tuned in. Let me know if you have any questions or thoughts on that, #replay. And that's it from me today. So I will be back again. On Monday with an exciting announcement. So I have got big news on Monday about something that is coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be talking about that on Monday, and looking forward to it. Can't wait. So have a great Friday, which is tomorrow. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you next week. Take care. Bye.